Hello friends, welcome back to another session of my financial predictions for cryptocurrencies. Today is the 29th of June. This is going to be the last session of June. Tomorrow is the official last day, but as you guys know, I will make another video by I believe Thursday or something like that. So this is basically just going to be kind of a recap of the last days. As you can see, my original prediction was basically signaling no red circles basically after the 25, which was a very let's see, the 25 we see a volatile day, an uptrend. The 26 was kind of in range. Basically, I believe the only correction could actually have happened around the 26th of June, but it was more kind of in range. The 27, another day in range, most of it. The 28 again, and 29 is another positive uptrend. It's the most volatile out of these three last days. So we actually saw a small bump around 1%, then an equal correction and another small bump. Okay, so it was at least a very interesting day with some opportunities for quick perpetual trading. Okay, these days are the best because of the opportunities for profits, both longing and shorting cryptocurrencies. This was the case mostly just for Bitcoin. We'll see other charts, we'll see how other altcoins have done. But yeah, as you can see, I was telling you in my last videos that the end of June was looking very stable. I was not seeing any hard corrections, at least on Bitcoin and Solana, for basically the rest of the month, which is already going to end tomorrow. So maybe, if anything, tomorrow could see a correction. But this will not be in any way strong or concerning enough to actually be kind of dangerous. So I don't really think that Bitcoin can drop. For example, let's just say that, assuming this is the end of basically the end of today, the last session, I don't really think it can drop all the way back to below 104k. Okay, this is kind of a range I talked about in the last video. I really don't see Bitcoin dropping lower than this by the time June ends, which is again tomorrow. So as you can see right now, it's a green month for June. My predictions, especially those of you, my clients, who requested or at some point were interested in the monthly Bitcoin predictions. And you guys know how basically I have been undefeated in my accuracy, okay, for like all of the months starting from this year, from January all the way to June. Not a single one of them has been wrong. So you can also see my accuracy and the insane value those charts have. Like I told you sometime before, really guys, you need to really make good use of all this information, because in the end I believe it will be eventually I will have to tone it down. The amount of accuracy that I bring to you is just unmatched. No one else has this, and really it should be valued way more. So for the next month of July, I already told you in my last video that you can already start submitting your requests, your suggestions for cryptocurrencies that you want me to cover. Okay, Bitcoin is always going to be the default prediction, so don't worry about that. But if you want to see another altcoin different from Solana or whatever, all you have to do is write down in the comments what crypto you want me to cover. Okay, not meme coins, unless if you're going to pick meme coins, go for the well-established meme coins. Okay, things like Dogecoin or Pepe or stuff like that. Don't give me the meme coins that are created in a day and die like within an hour at best. So those are the prediction. I also told you, if we get to 30 likes, I will be doing a third prediction. So 3 predictions in total for the next month of July. Only if I get 30 likes in this video or the last one. If I don't get those likes, I won't do that. So just looking at this, okay, so we already covered Bitcoin. Now let's take a look at Solana. Now Solana presents some interesting developments. The 8th, the 27th of June and the 28th, extremely positive days for Solana at least. I don't know if this was replicated across all other altcoins, but you can see, especially on the 28th, a very, very extremely powerful pump. Okay, to the highest position, we're talking nearly 6%, so this is quite decent. And that's actually what I was delineating for that day. Remember that every single yellow circle always means either range or volatility, okay? When I go for guaranteed volatility, I usually tend to go for other indicators, other of my volatility patterns, which I have talked about, which I also explain in my tutorial. But yeah, yellow circles always go either range or volatility. So for example, you can see it was a range day for Bitcoin, but it was a very volatile day for Solana. So altcoins did better than Bitcoin on that day. And you can see Solana also shares the same general outlook for these last days of June, which is nothing but positive days. Okay, we saw a correction on the 26th. Okay, this was the only major correction that happened on Solana. It was kind of a surprise. I had not anticipated a correction on the 26th, only around the 25th, which was kind of in range, a volatile day in range. But yeah, 26 a correction, 27 a recovery, and again, a very positive outlook. This is the same, basically the same chart as Bitcoin. You can see not a single red circle after the 25, which basically translates into a non-stop green uptrend, a non-stop price climbing for Solana. Now, just looking at the current levels, it's still not enough to be as good as Bitcoin, but it's actually kind of in range. Assuming Solana can go a little bit higher tomorrow, it will be a green month for Solana, but just barely, okay? This is basically a month in range. The difference is minimal right now. So that's the case for Solana. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Now for, let's see, what was the other altcoin? I always forget about this one. This is Radium, right? So Radium, okay. Radium was the one that I was originally thinking that it could have the worst performance, because I told you there was a red circle, there was a red box, something that the other two charts never show. You can see these corrections were, if anything, programmed to happen around the 28 or the 29. Obviously, the 28 was not a red day for Radium. It was very much similar to Solana, although in a much lower volatility fashion. It was basically not as good. And on the 29, which starts around right here, around here. So yeah, another green day. So none of these days were actually corrections for Radium. The overall mood for the markets is pretty good right now. I don't really think it's going to stay that way, especially in the coming months. I can't be specific, guys, because this is information only for my clients. They already know which months of the ones that are coming are the ones that could be the most dangerous, which ones require the most preparation. So all I can say to the rest of you is that if you want that information, contact me via email, okay? I only give that information via the email. And the other thing is that basically, I hope you're prepared, okay? So again, the next days, you can also see there was a volatility pattern right here for the 28, 29. So maybe that's why the corrections did not show up for Radium, because basically this is what I told you also in my last video. The same days, 28 and 29, were also on green. So volatile days, whenever you see days shared by opposite energies, meaning green and red, always expect some volatility, maybe undecided volatility, okay? So that's basically all I have for you guys, okay? There's only one day left. I really don't care what happens tomorrow, because the overall general outlook for especially Bitcoin, but maybe even for Solana already remains stable. I don't really see a single day destabilizing all of that. So again, if you want me to cover your favorite cryptocurrency, all you have to do is write down in the comments what you want to see for the next month of July. And again, if I reach 30 likes in this video or the last one, the previous one only, I will make 3 predictions for you for free. Obviously counting Bitcoin, including Bitcoin as well. So having said that, guys, have a good day. Have some good profits, and until next time, take care.